In trading, you either adapt or you die. It doesn't get much more simpler than that statement. I've been trading now for 7 years, and for a long time, I was looking for something. I was looking for a strategy. I was looking for the checklist that was finally going to be able to make me profitable. And believe me, I tried everything. I tried smart money concepts, I tried trend lines, I tried market structure, I tried raw price action, whatever you can think of, I have likely tried it. And there's a reason as to why I came back to the most basics of basics in the market, which is direction and where the market is going to react from. And by the way, this is something that I'm going to be talking about tomorrow if you're watching this on Monday, or today if you're watching this on Tuesday, on a live event where I'm going to be breaking down exactly the daily bias, the key levels that I'm always looking to see a reaction from. I'm going to be talking about all of that. And so make sure to sign up with the first link in the description, with the only link in the description, right? But here's the thing. I was always chasing the wrong thing. I was also always chasing into what is the strategy that is going to make me profitable, not understanding that the market is always going to go through cycles. The market is always going to go through cycles in which it is going to be incredibly impulsive. And in those cycles, you have to be way more aggressive. That's why over the last 3 months, I was positioning myself so, excuse my French, I was positioning myself so fucking hard on stocks, on crypto, on everything. And that's why I was able to make so much money in a span of 3 months. It's because I understood the market conditions that we are in and how I want to take advantage of it as much as possible. While now, I'm not doing much. Now, the way I'm way more passive right now. Why? Because the market is in a state where it is purely ranging. We are always moving either before the session because of overnight news or weekend news. And then the session opens and the market has no idea what is pricing in. It goes for a liquidity sweep, then it goes higher, then Trump says something, it tanks again. So there's really no consistency to the market, even though there's still opportunities, by the way. So there is still opportunities in the market, but the thing is, it's knowing when those opportunities are not going to give you the delivery that you want. That's the tough part. And so many traders right now are getting smoked because they still want to be aggressive. They still want to get those 2 trades a day. They still are looking for that one checklist that is going to make them profitable. Not understanding that right now we're at a time where the one thing you have to do is wait for higher probability conditions and you have to manage more aggressively. Pretty much, that's it. You have to manage way more aggressively or you straight up do not trade. But how many traders are willing to do that? How many traders are willing to see the market do something and be like, nah, I will wait for it to tank 700 handles and then I will enter? No traders are willing to do that. Now, I've been sharing a market breakdown pretty much every single day for the last 2 weeks. So if you join the live event on tomorrow, you're also going to get access to my private Telegram where you can see all of those market breakdowns. In a lot of them, I was like, listen, I want to see the strong push, then I will enter. Why? Because we're in, like, look at the daily chart on NASDAQ over the last 2 weeks. Is there any clear trend? Recently, someone from my community, they messaged me and they were like, hey, Kimmel, like, I've been taking way less trades. Is that normal? And I was like, well, look, go to the daily chart. You tell me if it's normal, right? He was like, do you think I should manage more aggressively? And I'm like, look at the daily chart. You tell me. Because it's about adapting to the market conditions that we have and not just thinking, oh, no, I want to follow my checklist. No, your checklist needs to be based on something specific, something that you can see happening on a daily basis, a strong foundation that is going to make you profitable over the long term. Because if you think, and I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you think that you will ever become profitable following a checklist, this is not the place for you to be. Honestly, you should not be trading if you think a checklist is what is going to make you profitable. And I know that some of you think that, but this is why I'm here. You need to understand the reason as to why you're executing on these positions and why these positions work. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow on the live event. You can go there. I'm going to be giving away $500,000 worth of challenges to anyone who signs up, $3,000 cash, 3 times $1,000 for anyone that goes to the live event. Listen, I want you to become profitable. I made it my life's work to become profitable myself. I spent 3 years struggling to become profitable. And I still had to go back to the whiteboard and understand the worst thing that you could ever find out. I've been doing it wrong all along. I was always waiting for the wrong things. And you know, it's when I understood that and I started focusing on the things that were going to make me profitable over the long term. This is when my trading changed. This is when I became profitable. And this is exactly when I went from unprofitable into consistently profitable, into getting more payouts than I can count, and into having students make more payouts than they can count. So with that being said, if you want to see exactly what those things are, I'm going to be talking about it on the live event on the 14th of July